Wednesday. I need to get these kids out of the house. They have been home since basically Sunday afternoon. And we're going to go to our local children's museum to play. But before we do that, don't mind my laundry. I'm cleaning, and laundry's my last step. Like, I clean through the house and then I start laundry. So before we leave this house, I need to look a little less dead. So I thought I would share with you, my original goal was I wanted to film this video at the beach. There just wasn't time. There was no time for me to go sit outside and film like I wanted. So I thought I would share with you what I had packed in my bag for the beach specifically. Like my makeup and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and start with brows, and I'll have to dig in here and find it. But I took just my e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel. It's so quick and simple. It just gives me a nice look. Like, I'm not going for a full face of makeup today. I just want to look less scary and dead. So give me a second. I'm going to dig through this and pull it out. So for the beach, I went very quick and simple. Just a little something to shape, give me a little bit of fill. This is in the shade Taupe. So really just brush it through, get the desired shape that I want, and then kind of shape out the bottoms. I like to leave the front a little fluffier, and then I just kind of shape down the ends. And really, that was it for brows. Super quick and simple. So for eyeshadow primer, and I did use primer, even though I didn't really use eyeshadow per se. So before I do that, I also brought my Good Molecules Verba Matte Wake Up Eye Gel. Oh, I got a little more than I wanted there. So I'm going to take some of this, let that kind of do its thing while we do the rest of my makeup. Also, something that I took was my Revolution Line Fix Under Eye Primer, Rehab. I don't actually use it for my under eyes. I more so use it for my 11s, smack in the middle of my eyebrows, and a little bit along my upper lip. And just kind of let that sink in and do its thing. Then for eye primer, I took my Profusion Pigment Base in Neutral. Just took a little bit. Like I said, this was very quick and easy makeup the entire time. I didn't want anything that took too much effort, honestly, because I probably only did my makeup twice. We just were busy with the kids. I was sweaty, I was sunburnt, so I didn't stress about it. But so far, we've done 4 products. Okay, going into the skin, like I said, I brought eyeshadow. I had taken my Milani Gilded Flora palette because I thought it had these pretty colors. This went with one of my outfits. Ended up not even using it, to be quite honest. So, for skin, I'm going to start with a little bit of my Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. And put that around this area. Then I took some of my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum in Light. Took a little tiny amount of that. Put it directly under my eyes. A little bit here and a little bit here. Again, I didn't go heavy on the makeup. It just, there wasn't time. Much like today. There just wasn't time to really do a whole dolled up face. But by the time I got myself ready, got the boys ready. Okay, so the main face product that I used was the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream, and this has SPF 30. So this is in the shade Opal 1. I actually got this off of Zulily. Happened to find it on a sale. I remember Allie Glines talking about it a lot. Put it between my fingers. Tap it where I want it. And then honestly, I just rubbed it in. Oh, did you hear my neck crack? My neck just was like, and then I just lightly tap over with my sponge, because you kind of can see your finger streaks, but not horribly. So this just kind of gives it the finishing step, press, whatever you want to call it. For my under eyes, I used a little bit of my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop mattifying powder. You know I love this stuff. It's honestly the best. And I just use this on my under eyes and a little bit on my eyelids. I also did pack my True Match Lumi Glotion in case I kind of wanted to flip-flop between these two products. Okay, something I did pack that I want to tell you is not the best option for the beach unless you get the waterproof formula is the Essence Lash Princess Liner in black. I wore this one day and it rained and it smeared and I could not get it cleaned off of my face. It was so hard. So if you want to use this, I'm going to tell you right now, get the waterproof version. This did not last in the rain whatsoever. Okay, before I go in with highlighter, I'm going to take a little bit of this Revolution, or excuse me, before I go in with full face powder, I'm going to take some of this Revolution Bright Light Highlighter in Strobe Champagne. Like, when I was at the beach, I really went for glowy, glossy, you know, that whole vibe. Put a little bit here. Sometimes you got to go back in with your fingers, like the sponge won't properly disperse the product and it kind of gets stuck, if you will. So just kind of take your finger, blend it out. For the sponge that I took my Sonia Kashuk sponge, and I have this little cactus holder thing that I got from Profusion. So now we're ready to move on to the powder products. I actually, besides like this NYX mattifying powder, I took my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edition Universal Palette. This has a finishing powder, strobe blush, bronzer, a luminous blush, and strobe powder. So here's what that looks like. I also like that it had this mirror, which is what I used at the beach. So the first thing I did was I have this brush from Eco Tools, and I used that for my blush. Put that right over where I did the highlighter. And I'm using this blush right here, which is the Strobe Blush in Vibrant Heat. Then I just packed this one brush. So I used this side. This is from Amazon. It's super cheap winded brush. I'll link it for you. I tap into the bronzer, which is Glistening Bronze Light on this side. Tap it here. Brush it over my forehead. So at the beach also, like I said, I was burnt. So I had more color on my forehead than I do today. I took a little bit across my nose. Then for the rest of my face, I used this side of my brush, tapped in to the finishing powder, Infinity Powder, and just kind of put that everywhere else. I really do have a shine, like after using all of these products. But again, that's what I was going for. I wanted that shiny look. I have this from Sigma, the Spotlight Duster. Actually got this on sale at TJ Maxx. Took some of this highlighting powder, topped everything off. It's the strobe powder in Supernatural Strobe Light. Then for my eyes, I have this blending brush, and I just took some of the bronzer, put that into the crease. Voila. Then I would take some of this highlighting strobe powder, pop it on my lid. I honestly didn't give a whole lot of consideration to what I put on my eyes because for the majority of the trip, I had sunglasses on. So I didn't really stress a lot about my eyeshadow. Even at night when we went out for a date, I don't think I really did much with my eyeshadow. So for lips, I took my Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon, and this is in the shade Enjoy the View. Then a little spritz of 3-in-1 primer from Wet n Wild. So that was the complexion. Now for mascara, I took two different ones. I have the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara, which you know I love. And I also took the Wet n Wild Big Poppa Mascara, which is what I'm going to use today. And I only did my top lashes. I didn't even bother doing the bottom. And that's it. That is what I packed in my makeup case for the beach. Honestly, this Hourglass palette is really nice. I used it, like I said, for my face and for my eyes. Again, not going really heavy on my eyes because the majority of the time I had sunglasses on, or my glasses that transition into sunglasses. So I just wanted pretty, natural, glowy. I really like the Bare Minerals Bare Complexion Rescue. I feel like that's a really nice product, especially for summertime makeup. Having that, it gives you a glow. It's light coverage, and also it has SPF in it. I really liked it, and I feel like it wore nicely. The color was probably a little bit off at the beach originally because it was sunburnt, but now in my natural state, or my natural, face, it looks just fine. So that is me showing you all the makeup I packed for the beach. Let me know down below, what do you think? Where are you going on vacation? Are you doing any staycations? Let me know ideas of like staycation type ideas. I think that that would be interesting. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.